Chaps and ladies, Ryan here. It's your old mate 696. It's your old mate Steampan 61 here. Ryan here. I've now got the final update on this. This is my Tamyia 48 scale f-4b Phantom 2 mcdonnelled f-4b Phantom 2. Now, usually I do the shout outs. I'm going to try something different this time around. What I'm going to do is I'm going to basically take all of your names, all 300 and all 388 of you, and basically like the end credits of a film, basically copy all your names onto that and then stick it on the end of the video, so you guys are not being forgotten. You guys are not being forgotten. I'm just all too aware. A few people have said to me about obviously how the shout outs side of things take quite a big chunk out of my video, quite a big chunk of time in terms of doing my videos. And then I'm just trialing a change up in terms of format from that point of view. So from that point of so now that on with the video. So since the last update, as you can probably see, the Phantom is now clear coated and is now painted and glossed. Painted and clear coated so the as for paint, obviously the one thing I didn't show on this, I think I should since I think towards the end of the last video you saw this in primer. Now it's got the paintwork on, so the paintwork obviously for a standard US, obviously I've got the white underside, which was done in Tamyia X1 flat white, all down the underside, all down the underside and the undercarriage legs and the undercarriage, so the nose gear, the legs, the nose gear doors and the legs. And then obviously the metal bits I did a semi-gloss black primer and then used metallic grey mixed in with a bit of silver Tamyia X11 silver to just basically give it a stainless steel look. Same for the clamshell. Same for this bit of the clamshell as you go around the engines and the clamshell itself and the rest of the clamshell itself, and including the inner part of the elevator of the stabilators and the underside of the clamshell as well here, and the arrest hook. And then obviously, as you can probably see, I've also got the tips of the stabilators and the wing tips are done in red. So the way I done this was I used the wing was white underneath anyway, so I just gave on top of the wingtip I gave it a coat of Tamyia XF7 flat red, and then top coated it with Revell Emil Italian red. I can't remember a Revell Aquacolor Italian red. I can't remember the paint number. If I remember it, I'll edit in. But it's just basically it's the Italian red from the Revell Aqua range, which is their water acrylic range. And now I've done that, so I did that for the wingtips, both sides, and the tail tip and the tail and the tail and the tips of the tails of the stabulator. Flat red for the flat red and Italian red for this part here in just before the keel, but in between the engine doors, the engine access doors. Flat red for the where flat red again for where the outer wing pylons go. And then obviously the majority, and then so I've got, and then flat black for these bits here for the front of these and these. And then as you can probably see, the three lights on the nose gear were done in Tamiya clear red, Tamiya clear orange, and clear red, clear red, clear orange, and clear green. And then as for the top of the airframe, obviously the majority of it was painted in Humbrol enamel, Humbrol enamel 129, Humbrol 129 light gold grey, and then it was top coated with Humbrol acrylic 129 light gold grey, just to get a top coat. And then the canopy was done initially in Humbrol in light gold grey, and then was top coated in Tamiya X18 satin black. And then of course, and then of course for the front windscreen only, I used Tamiya clear blue. I can't remember the paint number, but yeah, I used Tamiya clear blue for the front, for the armor glass of the windscreen. And then I also used clear red for the tail light there. XF7 flat red for the I'll use XF7 flat red for the top of the tail fin cap as a base coat. Then used Rebel colour Italian red for the top coat, and then the radar warning receiver, the radar warning receivers on the side of the tail and the leading edge of on the side of the tail fin cap and the leading edge, I used Tamiya XF60 dark yellow, and then I used gloss white for the tail fin cap light and the wingtip and the trailing edge wingtip lights. I also did the Italian red I used for the fuel dump mask valves here and here, and then I've also used I and then I and then I use X11 for the nose for the nose cap nose radome cap there. So yeah, that's how the airframe is looking really. And then like I say, once it was all painted, I gave this three coats, both top and bottom, three coats, both top side and bottom side of Humbrol gloss coat, which is the clear coat I use because I prefer using Humbrol gloss coat. You guys might have gathered that by now, but that's my go-to. Humbrol gloss coat is my go-to gloss coat these days, guys, if I'm honest, because I just get on. It's what works for me, really. There's no other way of getting around this. Saying that, so yeah, that's the airframe. I'll give you that a look at that till around 10 minutes, and then I'll go for the stores. Right. So I've also got done the 600-gallon center line drop the 600-gallon center line drop tank. So this was paint again. This was obviously since the last update. Obviously, this has been painted in Humbrol, in Tamyia XF1 flat white, and then it's been gloss coated 3 times all round. The only other thing I did paint was XF56 as Tamyia XFX56 metallic grey onto these 2 fins at the end of the drop tank. Not sure how well you're going to get them, but there we are. And then this was gloss coated 3 times using each top and bottom using Humbrol gloss coat. Now the next thing that I've also got done, I've also managed to paint and also got the Sparrow missiles painted and clear coated. I'm going to do these 2 at a time because I can't hold all 4 of them on camera. So yeah, I've got the Sparrow missiles painted. So I painted these. Obviously, I painted these in Tamiya flat white, and then the nose tips for the was painted in XF19 light grey. So that's the front pair. This will be the front pair of Sparrows. And I've got here are the rear pair again, painted in Humbrol XF1 flat white and XF19 for the nose cone of the Sparrow missiles, and these are the rear pair. These are going to be the rear pair of missiles. Next up, I've got the inboard pylons with the sidewinder rails. With the sidewinder rails, with the side with the sidewinder rails. So the way I painted these in Tamiya flat white for the majority of the obviously for the pylon and the rail, and then the front of the and then the lead and then the very front edges of the very front edge of the sidewinder rails I painted up in XF7 flat red, and then top coated in Humbrol and in Revell aquacolor gloss Italian red. And there's this is the port and starboard side inboard pylons with the sidewinder rail with the sidewinder rails with the sidewinder rails. Next up, again, I'm going to have to do these 2 at a time. I'm going to have to do these 2 outside, but I've got all 4 of the A9 sidewinders. So since the last update, obviously I've now painted the sidewinders. So obviously I use XF2 flat white, XF1 flat white for the majority of these of the sidewinder missile, um, for the majority of the sidewinder missile, and then I used Tammy, and then I used dark Tamyia dark iron, Tamyia dark XF84 dark iron, I think it is for the, or it might be gun. I can't remember if it's dark iron or or metallic grey for the leading for the front, of the side, for the warhead of the side, for the sidewinder warheads. And then I used X11 silver for the bands, for the back, for the banding on the missiles and the fins, and the missile on the banding on the missiles, the flight control fins, and the leading, and the sort of like the seek head cone of them. And then I used at the very front, I'm not sure how well you're going to get this, I used Tamiya XF X2 gloss white for the seek heads. So this will be the port side set of, this is the port side pair of sidewinders. And then here are the starboard set. Again, painted up in flat white, flat white for the majority of the missile body, and then either XF84, or no, I think it was, no, not dark iron. I use metallic grey for the Sparrow, for the sidewinder head, missile head, majority of the sidewinder missile head, and then I used the X11 silver for the banding around around the front half of the missile, and then I used the flight control fins, which I'm holding with my hands because it's the only way I can hold them, and then obviously and the front of the missile, and the front of the sidewinders. And then obviously I used again XF81, XF2 flat white, X2 flat gloss white for the seeker head caps. So I'm going to give you a good look at the sidewinders like that, so you can see the fins. You are going to get a good look at these guys, and then finally, guys, I've got the the outboard pylon. So these were painted in XF. These were painted in XF1 flat white. No, XF2 flat white. Evan, XF1's flat black. XF2 flat white, and then obviously the leading edge was painted in X7 flat red, and then like the sidewinder rails, like the leading edge sidewinder rails, and the wingtips, and the wingtips, the wingtips, the wingtips, stabilizer tips, and the tail fin cap. These were painted in Revell, top coated in Revell aqua color gloss red, Revell aqua color gloss red, Italian gloss red. So yeah, that's this is the inboard pylon. This is the outboard. These are the two out. This is both the port and starboard side outboard pylons. I'm going to give you a look at those. So yeah, there's another look at the port side set of sidewinders, guys. Another look at the inboard pylons with the sidewinder rails. The rear pair of side of sparrows. Front pair of sparrows again. Just another quick look. Oh, hang on, that's the fourth one. Where's my other sparrow? Whoops. And then one final look at the center line drop tank. And finally, the airframe. So I'm gonna give you a good look at the airframe, and then I'm gonna give you a rough idea when you can give a rough idea as to when you can get give a rough idea of when you'll you'll see the final reveal of this from me. So you won't see. So the next video, obviously, the idea. Obviously, the next. So obviously, the final reveal video obviously won't be until I've got the airframe fully deckled, both top side, top side, top side of all the airframe tops, the airframe fully fully deckled top side. So both the port and start ports port wing and starboard side wing with all the decals on it. Obviously, the tail, the sides of the fuselage and the nose, the top of the fuselage, the top of the fuselage, the stabilator, underneath the wing, both starboard side and both port and starboard sides. Obviously, underneath the nose here, the end, and obviously the engine bay, the engine access bays here, and then obviously all the stores that I've just showed you have got to be glossed up. So yeah, that's basically. So now obviously you won't basically in a one in another way of basically I'm saying you won't see this until it's now fully deckled, clear coated to seal the decals in, and then clear coated again to take this back to a satin finish, and then after that, and then obviously it won't be until I've glued on all the stencil, all the stores onto the airframe. So realistically, it's going to be realistically that video will now be in the early part of will be next. Obviously, the video won't be till next year now, if I'm honest. Probably, well, it'll be whenever it'll be, but I'm hoping to get it sort of. I'm hoping to get this finished around the early part of next year, sort of around January, February time. So just look late January, early February, maybe even March. So, but what I'm trying to say is when I've got a video of it, when I've got the obviously when I've got this in the position of it, I can have the final reveal, bring the final reveal to you. I will. So, yeah, that's how we are at the moment with the Phantom. I'm going to put the Phantom down now, guys. All that remains to be said is, as this is being filmed on the 20th of December, obviously, I hope you got. I just want to say, I hope you guys have a very happy and Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Also, just want to say thank you for just. But yeah, obviously, I say this every year, but I just want to say thank you to all of you guys who have followed me. All of you guys who have followed me since I started putting content out on the channel 13 years ago. 13 years ago. I mean, who would have thought I would have been in the position I am 13 years ago when I started doing this 13 years ago. I just want to, I'm totally grateful to all of you that have subscribed to me, and a lot of you have been subscribing since I started filming, started making model making content and putting it up on my channel 13 years ago. Some of you are new to the channel, but I just want to say thank you very much. Thank you. You know, I'm totally grateful. But yeah, so I'll see you guys in 2024, which will be that's when the first realistically that's when the final reveal will be for this. Yeah, so I'll see you guys in 2024. And I just, as I said earlier, just now, hope you guys have a lovely Christmas and a Happy New Year. And yeah, so that's all I've got. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the final reveal on the next video, which will be the final reveal video in 2024. But for now, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. All right, bye guys.